So we'll get to know each other, we'll have conversations with each other, we'll connect with each other. It will become a relationship. And I love that when I get to work with churches that way. And so the relationship, it'll be a conversation. We have some tools that we use to help facilitate those conversations and move those conversations to where they need to go. But when you think about it as just coming together and hanging out over coffee and having some conversations together and saying, where does Jesus want to take you? When you think about joining with Vibrant and our joining with you in this whole journey, think about listening carefully to the Spirit. And so one of the things right at the front end, after we have our initial conversations, we do something called Vibrant Here, where we go through the 7 churches of the Revelation over 16 days. And we say, so what is the Spirit saying, not just to the churches, what is the Spirit saying to your church? What does he want to hear and say to you so you know where you need to go? And when we're done with that, we come together, we have a conversation, we say, so what are we hearing together? What is something we're wondering about as we listen to the Spirit? And what's an outlier that the Spirit's kind of knocking at our door saying, don't ignore that. That's important for your church. And when that process is done, we want to hear the congregation. We have something called Vibrant Voices. And with about 25 questions, they give insight back to the council, back to the leadership saying, so this is where we think our church is. Here's where we're healthy. Here's where we can grow. Meanwhile, the council is doing Vibrancy Pathway, which also they kind of give an insight into where they believe the congregation is strong, where it needs to go, and what next steps might be. When we're done with that, we bring all these pieces together. We go back to the congregation and say, we want you to be able to listen in and hear what's going on in the process right now. And then we go with the council and we say, so out of this, who are the 1-2 organizations that might help you take fresh steps in ministry and mission to best? And when we're done with that, I connect you up with those groups. We have a conversation together, and then we introduce you and you choose which one you want to go. But just so you know, we don't leave you in the process. So over the next, however long it is, usually between 6 months and 2 years, depending on the organization, we'll connect with you on a regular basis to say, is it going okay? Is there anything you need? Is there any way that we can help? So we keep the relationship going through the entire process.